think you're fucking with, I'm the fucking boss.
Wash the fucking dishes and shut the fuck.
You come home with an attitude and then you bitch and complain when you gotta cook and clean. Do what you gotta do and stop fucking.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I'm on FaceTime. Shh. So do what you gotta do, my brother. You know what I mean? I'm on FaceTime.
What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. Welcome to the table. Today, fellas, I had to speak to it. Now, if the videos that you just viewed didn't say enough, I'm going to say a little bit more. So I'm going to get in this kitchen. I'm going to get cooking because you notice what I do on this channel. Respect. You hear the word thrown around. You hear the word said. But what does it mean? What does it mean as a man to request? No, scratch that. Demand respect from the women we love, the women we value. I'm gonna give you my perspective on it, fellas. The one thing I've learned about living for the time I've been alive is that you essentially as a man are always in the business of creating the culture and treatment of yourself to the woman and even the people, but in this case, the woman you are spending time with, the woman who has the position in your life as your girl, you know, your lover, your sweetie, whatever the heck name and terminology you want to use. Your job as a man is to have her mirror the respect for yourself through her actions. What does that look like? What does that mean? Because I definitely don't want to go over anyone's head and get lost in translation. A lot of guys are not taught this principle, so I'm gonna do my best to try to articulate what I'm saying. And I use those videos as an illustration so that you can understand that the behavior that those women were comfortably able to display and exemplify is totally incorrect, totally backwards, definitely not allowed. It's a violation, flag on the play, absolutely not. You as a man have to orchestrate your life. You are the director. You are the captain, el capitan. You are the pilot. You are the driver. You are the one who sets the tone for what is going to occur in your life. Now, this may seem like a foreign concept to some people, but I'm here to tell you, gentlemen, that you essentially are in control of your thoughts. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your perspective. You are in control of how people essentially treat you and how you respond to how they treat you when it is a treatment that is not to your standard or higher. There is no way that myself, Daniel Rucker, would allow for any woman in any capacity to talk to me in such a manner. And the main reason for that is that I have an immense amount of respect for myself. I treat myself exceptionally well. I say it often on this channel. Feel free to take the catchphrase. In fact, I welcome you to do so. You should never allow a woman, or anybody in that matter, but especially a woman, to treat you worse than you treat you. Now, why is that important? That's important, gentlemen, is because, see, you can't expect a woman to come into your life and treat you like a king if you don't treat yourself like a king. You can't expect a woman to come into your life and hold you to a standard or hold you to a level of prestige if you don't hold yourself to that same level. The mirroring of treatment is what is your job. See, you have to show her how she's supposed to respond in your life. You have to show her how she's supposed to act in your life. And you do that by the way you communicate. You do that by the way you exemplify your characteristics, by the way you, your demeanor, by your overall dealings, by the way you move, by the way you more treat yourself. Most women will only find a level of comfort to blatantly disrespect a man, especially verbally, when you have shown her that it is permissible, when you have shown her that it's an okay behavior. when you have given her the permission to act away without a response from you. And see, a lot of guys think that certain things they think certain things is cute. I think that they think that certain behaviors is attractive, or they have already subscribed to the fact that if you're dealing with a woman, you're going to deal with a certain level of craziness. And I get it, gentlemen. I get it. But what I want for men in this space, what I want for men that subscribe to this channel, that listen to this content, is I want them to tap into the understanding that you are different. You are not like most people. You're not like most men in the sense that you just take, crap that's put on your table or in front of you and you digest it just because it's a meal. No, there's got to be a standard. There's got to be something that you have as an expectation. And that is essentially up to you, whatever that may look like. Me personally, I decided a long time ago, years and years ago, that I was not going to allow a woman to talk to me in a certain manner. And there's a number of reasons why. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't allow them to do, but that was one thing, because I understood that in most cases, gentlemen, women's arsenal is their mouth. Women's arsenal is their words. Women's arsenal is their ability to shoot fiery darts or use words like daggers. And in some cases, crucify your self-esteem, crucify your motivation, crucify your zeal, crucify your swag, your style, all of the above. Because for some odd reason, a lot of times men take what women say to heart. And this is where I want to park for the next few minutes and tell you, gentlemen, that it is essentially up to you to make sure that your self-esteem is solid and intact. Because you, my friends, when you decide to intermingle with a woman, intermingle with females collectively, you are inviting, someone behind. It's like you are now inviting critique into your life. You're inviting reviews into your life. You're inviting critics into your life. And this is where the test of the image of yourself, the esteem of yourself, the outlook that you have carved out in your mind of who you are will be tested. It is very important, gentlemen, that in this process of you journeying to the man that you want to become, journeying to the man that you want to essentially be, journeying to the man that you see in your dreams and in your visions, the fullness of yourself, what you're doing in life, or what you're capable of, or what you want to accomplish, how you want to dress, how you want to flow through life. When that becomes clear to you, well, then you have to protect it. And in protecting it, that requires you to understand what you will allow and what you won't allow. You have to build your own rule book for your life. And in that rule book, there are certain things that you're not going to allow to happen. So one of the things that I decided was that I wasn't going to let any woman talk to me in any manner. I understood that I had to learn to assert myself in a way of something as simple as having a conversation. And that anytime the conversation went to a place that I didn't want to have it go to, I was either going to change the tone and the direction of that conversation, stop having the conversation, or eliminate the individual altogether if I believed at that point there was no more value to be added. But the one thing I was never going to allow any woman to do is to demean me, curse at me, call me out my name, attack my character, or anything above those, in that category, because I spent an immense amount of time developing who I am, or developing the man that you're listening to and you see. So if she said anything that was contrary to what I believed about myself, if she said anything that I heard that I knew wasn't factual about myself. Well, I rejected it. And I didn't allow her words to become, asterisks on my character. I didn't allow her to throw things at me and they stick, or even take into account, if what she was saying was actually true. If I knew without a doubt that this was not Daniel, this was not me. I've spent a lot more time with me than she spent with me. I spent a lot more time being me than the time that she's been around and the experience that she is having of me. So what I don't want to see, gentlemen, is that you allow for your interactions with the opposite sex to ever yield blatant disrespect and you tolerate it. Blatant disrespect and you continue to provide your protection, your knowledge, your loyalty, your devotion. See, even in anger and even in discourse and even in disagreements, there is always still going to be a level of respect that is required for her to interact with you. And that is something, my friends, that you have to establish in your own life, in your own relationships as men. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys got something from it. I hope it was beneficial to some degree, because that's what I do over here. That's what I do on this channel. I cook. I'm in the kitchen regularly. And I'm going to continue to bring these meals. I'm going to continue to bring this content. Thank you guys for the continued growth and all the comments coming my way and, the viewership. I appreciate it. If you have not already done so, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you feel it necessary. I gladly appreciate it. And I'm going to continue to bring this content as I'm doing. This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. Till next time, signing out. You guys be easy.